Hi everyone, this is Sam, and I'm coming to you with the word. Today I want to talk about faith. Hebrews 11, it gives us the definition of faith. It says, "For faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen." And on down at verse 6, it tells us that he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he's the rewarder of them that diligently, seek him. But our text, it comes from Matthew chapter 14. I'm sure that a lot of you have heard this before, but it speaks of Jesus walking on the water. It says in verse 22, "And straightway Jesus constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waters, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "It is the Spirit," and they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, "Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid." And Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water." And he said, "Come." And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. And notice this, but when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid and beginning to sink. He cried, saying, "Lord, save me." And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said unto him, "O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt?" And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, "Of a truth, thou art the Son of God." Now notice this. He begins walking towards Jesus on the water. And as soon as Peter takes his eyes off of Jesus and notices the wind and the storm, it says he began to sink. See, a lot of times God will call us God calls us out of our comfort zone to do something that He has for us to do. And we step out of that comfort zone, as long as we have our eyes on Him, we're able to walk, like Peter, able to walk on the water to Jesus. But as soon as we notice the things around us, the storm and the circumstances around us, we, like Peter, will begin to sink. We are to keep our eyes on Jesus. In Hebrews chapter 12, I'm going to turn over there just for a second. Give me just a second. But we're not supposed to be looking at the circumstances. We're not supposed to be looking at the storm. Hebrews 12, verse 2. It tells us, "Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. So instead of looking at the circumstances, we're not supposed to do that. It tells us, look unto Jesus. Proverbs 3, verse 5 and 6, it says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not into thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy paths. Remember, keep your eyes on Jesus and have faith. Have a great day, and may God bless.